What is good, y'all? SGG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Pittsburgh Pirates rebuild video. And today we are finally getting into year 4 of the series. And just keep in mind, College Football 25 is out now, so we might see this series less and less. But I will try to make sure these stay action-packed for you guys, as we still got a job to complete here. So if you guys are loving this series, make sure you guys show it the support, so I can know a good ratio to be putting this out in comparison with that one by liking and commenting down below what you guys think of it, as well as subscribing. Now here, you see we only have one game left in the spring training. Wanted to show you guys how it basically all ended for us. We ended up winning this last game 3-1, finishing with a 16-13 record in spring. You know, we played very, very good throughout the entire thing, and I'm really proud of what this team can take off and accomplish. I mean, offensively, Julian Cortez and Reynolds both had 20 hits apiece, both batting well over 300. Reynolds hit 4 home runs, showing off a little bit more power this season, kind of showing that he'll carry from last year. Rookie Herbert Bill, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, batted .275, which is not bad at all. So I think that's good enough to allow him to work his way into this actual major league lineup for the season. I mean, the averages were good all around. 468 by Reynolds. Patrick Robert actually hit 333, so he could be somebody that stays up here. Ethan Salas hit over 300. Nick Gonzalez over 300, finally showing he might be able to stay up here at the big league level. Garrett Mitchell, the new guy that we traded for, 311 and a 340 on base. Looking pretty much like he could take over that starting center field role. And then pitching, I was pretty happy with what we were able to get out of not only the starters, but the bullpen too as well. Jared Jones, he's back in top form with all the strikeouts. He was able to get Johan Oviedo. Also looking like he's got some heavy strikeout numbers. The RAs were pretty interesting all over the board. Of course, you can't really look at quality starts here obviously in the spring, but did want to look at the save ratios here. And Jose Leclerc ended up with 5, Alexi Santos with 4, only having a 1.5 ERA, 0.67 WHIP. Shows me that he is finally ready to make that leap to go ahead and stay up here at the big league level with no blowns either. Only gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, one of them being a home run too. So, you know, we might have ourselves a new closer and a new setup man too as well, because Jose Leclerc is not going anywhere anytime soon. So of course we got to set the regular season rosters. And first thing that we're doing is sending down Jackson Wolf. He did okay, but I think we have a stronger rotation and a good long relief situation without him. We're also going to trade away Quinn Priester. He's out of options, so we'd have to go on waivers anyway. Might as well go ahead and get something back. So I'm aiming for Aiden Miller here, third base prospect from the Phillies, giving up one of our third base prospects and another low-level starting pitcher prospect as well to make that deal work. Then we're going to go to our bullpen. We're going to be sending Bubba Chandler down, who didn't have an impressive spring at all. And then things got kind of tricky from here. You know, everybody else kind of did good, but I only got so many bullpen spots. So I chose the guys that had options still left, and we could potentially bring them up later. So Jose Hernandez, Colin Holderman, both had at least one more option left, so we sent them down. We also sent down Jason DeLay with Ethan Salas finally looking strong, like he can stay up here at the big league level. So he will be going down to the AAA level. First base, looks like we're looking pretty solid. At second base, looking good. Third base, at least for right now, Aiden Miller. You know, we just traded for him, so I guess he was at spring for the other team. We're going to go ahead and send him down, though. Hitting 200 isn't going to be good enough, and it'll give him time to develop down there as well, since he's got A potential. Then also send down Rob Key, who had a pretty unsuccessful spring, so looking like he might be in a sophomore slump. We'll let him play down at AAA for a little bit, since we have a bunch of extra heads up here. Lawrence Gold will be getting sent down, as well as kind of adjusting some other spots here. Diego Nunez, the guy that we just drafted, will be playing starting the year at AA, already better than Lawrence Gold. Sung-Chi Chang, he's going down to AAA too as well. Going over to left field, Rick Breeding struggled tremendously up here, so he definitely will be going down to AAA. I think I'm going to leave Herbert Bill up here for sure, and right now Dennis Schroeder as well. And right field, we're going to go ahead and move down a couple people there. Patrick Robert, we're going to end up sitting down to, and then one final trade here to get Nick Gonzalez out of here. Since he did do good, and I feel like he could start for another team, I just wanted a couple more prospects to help get this lineup down. We also go ahead and send down Jordan Hicks as well. So there's the final roster cuts. Hicks, I did move over to a full relief pitching role and moved him down, so he will be a full-time long reliever again. The stamina was way too short to be a starter. I don't know why he was one in the first place, but it is what it is. He's not going to be a long reliever, and we'll keep eyes on him to see if we need to bring him up for this rotation. See if anybody starts to struggle and struggles too bad to where they look like they need to go down to AAA. But of course, before we even know who's going up and down from here further, we've got to get through opening day here in the beautiful city of Pittsburgh, as we got the preseason predictions, and Julian Cortez, fresh off a rookie year, looks like he'll lead us in average, OPS, home runs, getting another 35 plus season. RBIs getting close to 100. They got Pete getting up to 20 stolen bases, which would be nice. And trade prospect Garrett Mitchell, 3.5 on the WAR. I will definitely take that with a record of 95 and 67, giving us first place in the Central. If those predictions work out, that means it was a successful offseason for me. So getting the opening day start, our third different pitcher in 4 years, Tariq Skubal. Only started 9 games last year because of injury, and he is our ace this year. So we're going to get nice and introduced to him as he joins this squad, ready to take off against the Miami Marlins. And hopefully get this team set up for a good first year. And the first pitch of opening day 2027 will be a ball down low. Josh Rojas leading off for the Marlins here to get the year started. And I definitely have big plans for this team now. Now that we've made, I think, the key additions that we should make, and seeing how well they hit in spring. If our lineup hits like they did in spring, and this rotation does what I think it can do at max potential, this is a World Series competing team, and I'll be straining that all year long. We are striving for nothing less than the National League pennant this year. So anything else is a failure. Thankfully, we got a lot of these guys on multi-year deals, so it's not just going to be like, oh, this is our only chance to do it. We're going to be able to run it back next year and then the year after. I think we have both our starters, Dustin May and Tariq, for 5 years, no options. So that at least keeps the window open for them 5 years. We're not letting Jarrett Jones or Paul Skeens go anytime soon. And it'll just be, can we fill out the rest of the batting order with enough high caliber hitters to go ahead and keep this window open for us? Jazz Chisholm up at the plate now for the Marlins, as we've been able to dispatch the first 2 batters we've seen of the year, coming in with 122 home runs in just 8 seasons. You got the milestones going down below. We once again entered the preseason with the highest evaluation for our farm system. I guess that means, like, I would have seen that equates to just having a good farm system. Like, that's how much money they would make if they were actually making big league deals, possibly. As we get the ground ball out over there to go ahead and get us out of the first inning there. So great first inning for Tariq Skubal. No hits allowed. Getting out of it pretty cleanly. And they're going to let Yuri Perez be their opening day starter. Last year went 9-11, a 4.2 ERA, 1.38 whip. So wasn't giving up a lot of hits and walks, but was giving up a lot of home runs. So that could lead to home runs. You know, that's what this team does good. So new leadoff hitter for the Pirates, Garrett Mitchell. Fresh off a trade with the Reds, if I remember correctly. Was with the Brewers to start out his career. So that's why, if you look at his player card, he's with the Brewers uniform. That's why I get confused off of which team exactly we got him from, because he still has his Brewers uniform on in the picture. But I believe it was a trade with the Reds this offseason. If you guys missed that, make sure you guys check out last video. But he's our new leadoff hitter and new starting center fielder as we wait for Pete to finally up his game here as we skyrocket this one into the air. Lazily into right field, and that will be gloved in. Hung up there just long enough to be the first out of the year. And with him being able to hit up at the top, though, that moves Brian Reynolds back to his original 2 spot, where he spent most of last season. Well above the 300 range. He finished at 323. Stayed in between the 315 to 330 range all year long. And he's able to do the same thing here with somebody hitting in front of him. We could see a lot more RBIs. That check swing is going to say they went all the way around despite being hit. That'll be out number 2. Here goes a man that we need a big bounce back season from. Struggled mightily with the average. Home runs was okay, but definitely had a cold streak to end the year and could have been part of the problem why we didn't make it out of that first wild card round. But Pete Alonso needs to have a better season and needs to learn to lay off them sliders low and away if he's going to be able to do it. 1-2. Coming back even. Perez makes the count full here with Anthony Santander in the on-deck circle, waiting to see if he'll get his first at-bat in the first inning, and he will. First base hit of the year by either team will be a lined rocket shot in the right field, bringing up Anthony Santander here in the first inning. Maybe he can get his first set of RBIs. As early in last year, we were hitting a lot of bombs with him, especially from this left side part of the plate. Come on now, 1-1. Loving throwing these balls inside. I've seen a lot of inside pitches so far from Perez today. 4-seamers, sliders. There goes a 4-seamer on the outside part of the plate. That'll get down for a base hits. We're going to go ahead and stop Alonso there at second, though. Not enough speed to keep going. But now we got first and second for who should be leading this team in average home runs, RBIs, and OPS. Julian Cortez, Mr. Rookie of the Year from 2026. Batted .275, 36 homers, 92 RBIs. And we could use a good set of 3 here early if you want to go ahead and get your first home run of the season out of the way. Shake off those mid-season or opening season jitters. Shrug off that sophomore slump already. Over the top of the circle, change low. Looks like it was very early on that one, so you need to time it up a little bit better. There's a four-seamer over the middle, though. That's going to get down in the gap. That's going to at least plate one across. Do we send there too as well, as he will be asked to hold up? And Cortez barely slides in safely at second base. Clutch going up a little bit there. First double of the year, first extra base hit of the season for either team, and first RBI for either team. As that'll go ahead and give us a 1-0 lead, as O'Neal will just simply ground this one over to third base to end the first, but not before we go ahead and take the lead behind Julian Cortez's RBI double. That's exactly how you want the first of the year to go ahead and start out with. A nice, easy way to get us a lead here for our hopefully ace of the next couple seasons. Squadda is looking to dial himself in here, gets the first grounder there, then gets a line drive out to Santander in right field for a base hit. As now the Marlins are on the hit column. Harold Ramirez getting their first one of the year. Nick Fortes looking to keep this one out rally going for them. Gets a ball upstairs. That four-seamer is drilled to the sky. Santander about middle of the way back. We'll go ahead and glove this one in. And Squadda looks like he's seeming to be fine here so far. Trying to keep pitch counts low. Stamina high. Not sure how long he's going to go here. This is the first actual start of the year. Finally getting some longer depth into games. As long as he's able to get outs that quickly, then we'll be just fine here. As we're going to take things to the top of the third. Looking to see if we can extend out these outs. Here's Cruz. Gets an easy dribbler to himself. Nice easy throw. And that's one thing we're going to watch too as well. Errors defensively. Are we going to cut down on them? Have you guys been developing and growing your defense enough to not allow those to happen? As Squadda could not glove that when it goes right past his arm. Kind of a similar start to his last inning. It's going to be a base hit with one out, this time by Jacob Amaya. And a lead to the top of the lineup coming back in with a chance here to keep things going. That's a long drive back towards the seats. It will be foul, but definitely would have been gone if they had kept it. Josh Rojas just signed in the offseason with the Marlins this past year. They're looking to get a great year of production from their new leadoff guy, DHing for them, at least here in this game. Lefty on lefty battle is kind of crazy here to lead off with, and the circle change gets them swinging down low. That'll be Squadda's second out here in the inning. So Daniel Rafael lines this one right over to Pete Alonso, who gloves this one in. And just like that, that's 3 strong innings of work. Let's go back to the offense to see what they are doing, as we haven't seen another run come across since the first. Are they being quieted down just as much here as Cortez leading off here for the 4th inning? Perez looking pretty good. 45, now 46 pitches through 3 innings of work. Looks like we are looking to be patient here, though, as we watch 2 back-to-back that are clear balls. Got the playoff predictions down below. Okay, Rangers, Orioles, Guardians is the division winners. Mariners, Angels, Twins. The wild card race is that's a ground ball over the shortstop, and Cortez will go sit down. NL side, they have the Dodgers. Us is the 2 seed, only a game behind the Dodgers. Braves at 3. Reds, Phillies, and Cardinals in the wild card. So 3 teams from the Central making the postseason here, as this fly ball will be playable by the catchers. He's able to make that one over by the Pirates bullpen or dugout. And then Tamar Johnson up next. First pitch he sees, he'll line this slider into the left field, right at the left fielder. It looks like our offense is just as quiet as theirs. For Brian Hayes, 1-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Swings over the top of the circle change. He'll go sit down. Bring up Henry Davis next in a full 3-2 count. 12-6. Called in on the hands. Still working the inner parts of the plate, I see, and not able to successfully hit that corner. causing his stamina to be in the yellow now at 60 pitches through. So he must not have high stamina here. This is going to be a chopper though on the ground that'll at least get him through 5 or in 2/3. Garrett Mitchell showing off the speed there at first base. Able to not only get on base, but he's going to take off for second too as well. We got to get these steal attempts up as we are in second there. And that was probably the most disappointing thing for me last year. We had a guy with 99 speed and was second lowest in caught stealing, but worst stolen base attempts or successful stolen bases last year, which tells me we were not trying a lot at all. You know, I bet you if you combine those numbers, we probably were one of the lowest in terms of attempts at stealing a base last year. So I definitely want to turn it up here. You see 2 early attempts that are both successful by our leadoff man, and then Reynolds with a runner at third, and also going to take us just a nice base hit. Doesn't even care if it's a hard or slow roller. Check this swing. They're going to say he went around, but it's in the dirt. Got to make the courtesy throw to the first. That'll end the 5th inning. So still score is 1-0 here as we go to and actually do a time skip here to the top of the 8th now. We get a leadoff bunt attempt here by G1 Bay, who, if you remember, was on the Pirates back on the original day roster in Miami right now, and gives us an out here. He's still with us. So we get a nice chopper up the ground here. Screwball off his arm. Will not be able to make the play, but he is going to actually be down on one knee here. So catcher's going to come out and check on him. He's gone so far 7 1/3 strong shutout work. They go Xavier Edwards is a pinch runner. We're going to go ahead and check our bullpen quickly. It says he was good, so we're going to leave him there, but we're going to actually fully warm up Leclerc, who was just on stretch and toss mode. But now we have the bottom of the order getting set up for the top. As that throw will go down to Johnson, and we nail him at second base. Henry Davis drills a guy out. Pause, but he was trying to take off for second. And then we get a nice fly ball here by Jacob Amaya out to Reynolds. And that'll end the 8th inning. We're still up 1-0. Tariq Screwball, 8 innings of work here in opening day. That might be the day done for him, as that stamina was very, very low. We got a new closer that we want to get eyes on here, and this will be a great situation. Maybe even more perfect, though, if we can give him at least 1, maybe 2 more runs of insurance. So a leadoff base hit by Reynolds. Exactly what the doctor ordered, as Alonzo seeing it upstairs, trying to take it out of the yard. 3-0. Comes back 3-1 with a slider down the chest. Chops a 4-seamer on the ground, or 2-seamer. Had a great chance to get something going there. Timed it up good, just right into the dirt, unfortunately. No power behind it. That's a double play to go ahead and get them out of a potential run scoring operation here. As Anthony Santander with nobody on. 2 down. Looking silly as he swings over that 12-6 and comes nowhere close to it. Luis Medina has been in the game for them since they took their starter out, and he gets the strikeout that he needs to go ahead and get us here now to the top of the 9th. We are going to let Screwball stick it out. See how much longer he can go. He's been keeping them off balance all day. He's got a full count here, though, to Josh Rojas, who is 0 for 3 on the day. Check swing. They're going to say he did not go around. No call there on the 4-seamer low. He'll walk his way over to first, and we will see new rookie. I think this is the 3rd straight year we have a rookie coming into play as it's closing time. Our new rookie closer getting put in a high-pressure situation here. It's not going to be easy for Santos. Tying run will be at first. Go-ahead run will be at the plate at all times, basically, unless we get a double play. It's going to be his first time getting some action, and he throws a 4-seamer. Fork ball, I believe 2-seamer, and then a slider. So, I mean, a pretty good pitch mix. We haven't seen anybody, I think, that throws a fork ball here, so we're kind of working on it, getting a good pathway on it. Does he have good control of it today? Is the confidence there? You guys know I don't really show. I actually really don't even do warm-up pitches that often. I get them fully warmed up, and I kind of just jump straight into it. But this being his first start, I wanted to make sure he had as much confidence as possible here. And after 4 warm-ups, let's go ahead and just get straight into it as he has to face 2, 3, and 4 to get out of this. Cedinha Rafael will be the first batter he faces. 1 for 3 on the day already. Not too many hits given up, but he's got one of them. As he quickly goes down 3-0, so we're going to have to lay some in over the plate here so we can get a couple of strikes here. 3-1. Gets him to chase that one and pull it into the seats. Foul back full. 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch will be a 2-seamer left over the plate. A little too much. Is going to get down in left field. Reynolds is going to have to go chase this down. He doesn't have too much speed, but the throw will come in to keep the runners at second and third. And this is not looking too good. It's now that go-ahead run is 180 feet. Tying run is 90 feet. And we have to stop Jazz Chisholm Jr. I don't know how Santos plans to do this one. As a rookie, gets put into a high-pressure situation and folds like a lawn chair. The same one they was using in Alabama. No, I was playing. But we get hit with a 2 RBI base hit by Chisholm. And the Marlins, at the last possible minute of the game, take the lead. And the young closer's confidence has to be shattered here. As finally, right after that, we get an easy fly ball in the left off the first pitch. We needed that one a lot sooner. As Jake Berger will go sit down and Harold Ramirez after him. He will watch that one upstairs. They still have to keep this inning going. And now we have to go bottom of the ninth to try to win this game still for our team. As I can't put this all on Santos, though. We have only scored 1 run as a squad, 2 as well. So the offense is kind of not looking too good here opening day. But it does make you wonder what maybe happens if you let Tariq Screwball stay in a little bit longer, or if you just go ahead and change him to start the ninth in general and don't give Santos already having a guy on base. This could be poor pitching, poor coaching, or poor hitting. I think we just go ahead and place the blame on the whole Pirates as a team here, as we will now have to go to the bottom of the ninth, and we need a walk-off here on opening day. And it's going to be Adbert Alozie. I think I said that right. Coming in to close for them last year. Only had 6 blown, 35 saves total. He's going to start his day off against Julian Cortez, who's had a great opening day. 2 for 3, a double, a single, and an RBI, our only RBI of the game. Can he go ahead and start us off here with the closer and give us a good chance here to win this game? 5, 6, 7, not the most ideal spots here. But you're also not ashamed of Cruz and O'Neal having to come up and try to win this game here. As we get a chopper out foul. I don't know how you take that one, but I'll allow it. If the ball's going to be on our side, I love it. 2-2 count here. Goes back down low. That one's way farther down, so you definitely know that's not getting called. Cruz in the on-deck circle has not got a hit yet in the game, so he's 0 for 3 today. Nice slider, trying to get that back door, cover a little bit too much of the plates. And then a 4-seamer, easy layoff there in on the hands. And now Cruz will come in. We're going to pinch run, put Pete Crow Armstrong there at first base. Get a little extra speed there as the tying run if possible, because Cruz would actually be the winning run if we can get him on, and he's got plenty of speed. So I'm not too worried about that aspect of getting it on for the winning run. As we go ahead and take off for second base, the throw will not be in time as that's 99 speed. On the very next pitch, though, they go with the pitch out and they get him at second. Crow Armstrong gets caught sleeping. This is what happens when you coming straight off the dugout. You was used to just being at a standstill. And any chance we had to tie the ball game up now kind of looks very, very slim. 2 outs for O'Neal Cruz. And the first thing he does after that, he's feeling demoralized. That pop-up will go back to the catcher. Get him for the first outs or second outs. And I'll be up to Tamar Johnson, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Looking to break out of his sophomore slump and get back to the good rookie form that he had 2 years ago. But here, with the game all but over, Adbert looking to shut the door on this one. Gives him a screw curve up in the zone. He lines it right to the left fielder despite timing it up well. Just not enough power on it. And the Marlins steal game 1 here on the road from the Pirates in the 9th inning. What a heartbreaking loss. Tariq Screwball pitched fantastically. Still, they give the loss, though, to Santos, though, because the tying run or the go-ahead run was on him, despite the tying run being on Tariq. But that's how it goes sometimes, man. You know, we have a young rookie there getting his first action in probably maybe more of a higher pace situation than he needed to. But 6 hits as a squad, 2 of them coming from Julian Cortez. We have to hit better, too, as well, as he had our only extra base hit, only RBI. Thankful for the stolen bases that we did get, 3 as a team. And then Tariq, 8 innings, 5 hits, 5 Ks. Great start. But heartbreaking loss. We're going to look to avenge it next time out by focusing in on another key starter, Dustin May's first start with the squad, as we will go player lock with his in the next episode to see how well he does, as well as getting a little bit further through the way of March, maybe getting into April. So if you guys are liking the pacing of the series, because like I said, we still will go with the slower pacing, more critical situations, more player locks, less full games to cover more series, more teams, more action, more players, and get a better storyline going towards this World Series run. So hit the like, comment, subscribe on your way out the video. College Football 25 gameplay will be coming soon. Stay tuned. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll get a more solid schedule of what that'll look like once we get the series going, so you guys can know which days will be which content. Love you guys so much. Catch you guys in the next one. It's me, your boy GM Smooth, aka the smoothest GM on the tube, best rebuilder on the tube. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm going for the day. Later.